Before I get started with this week's readings, I just want to let you guys know a little something. Had a loss in the family. My eldest brother passed away Saturday night. He had been battling pancreatic cancer, among other things, and the news came as a shock. Wasn't really ready for it. He was only, I want to say, 60. I'm bad with dates, but too young. That's for sure. Too young. I'm sad, but I'm happy that he's no longer suffering. And so I don't know if my energy might be a little this week. I'm feeling a lot of different things. Sad but happy. Like I said, we don't want the people that we love to suffer with illness and disease. So health is a huge thing, folks. Take care of your health. And yeah, so my brother Junior, he gave me one of my most favorite toys in the whole world, a wish bear. I loved it so much I tattooed it on myself. I did this. Okay, I didn't give someone else the thing, and I did this. I put this on me. It was challenging, but I did it, and I love this Care Bear tattoo. I no longer have the original wish bear, but I do have one that is an exact match. I have this old picture. Yeah, 35 millimeter camera. A little bit of damage on me there. Oh my gosh, that's me. 1997. There's my mom, one of my brothers. This is my eldest brother, Junior. He's the one that passed. Oh my gosh, 1997. Look at that. That is some 90s right there. 90s makeup. Look at wow. I was like, I think it's starting to look a little bit more like my mom. I can't believe it. That is such an old picture. But Junior, love you. Love you, love you. So he was a very sweet individual. My dad didn't have friends. People didn't like my dad, and nobody really came to visit us. Um, but Junior would. He would be brave, and he would come. Um, and so that meant a lot to me when I was little. I appreciated that very much. He was a big guy. Excuse me. It's morning that I'm recording this, and I haven't even brushed my hair. So, and this is my microphone. He's always giving me a hand. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I love Junior very much. He knows it, and I haven't spoken to him in a while, but I know he knows, and I know he's good on the other side. Ah, oh, man, he's with, geez. So my grandmother, little backstory here. She had 9 kids. There's only two left. My mom and one of my uncles, and yeah, that's family is shrinking as time goes on. So I'm a mix of things right now. I know he's fine. I know he's with all our loved ones that have already moved on. And so that is what brings me peace and comfort. And, I'll be fine, but I'm just, I'm just, So it's going to be all right. So, what we're going to do this week, I'm going to keep with that theme that I started on Sunday with the questions. We're going to do what you don't see coming. It's kind of a statement. What do you not see coming? That's more of a question. What is the key to your success? Also a statement. Is it a question? What? Yes, okay, it's a question. It's too early. And then a message from your future self, which I really like. So we're just going to continue in that vein. And here we go. Aries, welcome to your weekly reading. Hello, hello. I'm hanging in there. I'm doing okay. So yeah, it's been a rough week, hasn't it? All right, let's get your bonus cards. Okay. And let's get this one, that little healing oracle. Oh, that one wants to be the chosen one. And that one right there. I really like these little cards here. Okay. Oops, you know what? I think I got this a little swapped here. All right, so first, Aries, we're going to look at your Moonology, and we're doing the same questions that we did on Sunday. Let me get them out over here just so I'm not saying the wrong things in wrong order. All right, so we're going to ask, what do you not see coming? What is the key to your success? And messages from your future self. But let's get some overall energies for this reading. Here we go. Oh, and of course I had it. Was it upside down? I don't know. Ah, mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. I feel like adjustments. I'm getting a Seven of Pentacles feel. Something is variable. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling there. All right, so let's look at your energy oracle. Aries. What do we have? What do we have? There we go. Oh, financial constraints. Okay. That's with a 13, breaks down into a 4. All right, let's see what your chakra energy is. So I get the feeling that there's something you want, like a big ticket item, that you don't quite have the money for yet. But I think that price is going to come down. Nothing yet is set in stone. Something about something you want, it's going to be more available in the future. Does that make sense? A determination. Look at that, swimming upstream. This might feel like this either gives me a Four of Pentacles feel, this financial constraints, or maybe even a Five of Cups or a Four of Cups kind of feel. And this determination, that feels like a Ten of Wands, maybe even a Chariot energy. I don't think you're giving up on this. Whatever this is that you want, I think it is going to be changing. I really do get the feeling that there's something you have your eye on that is a little, feels out of reach, right? Feels out of reach, but you're determined to get it. And I think that is a great mindset. So what do you not see coming? What does Aries not see coming? All right, so we have 3 cards come out already. So we have the King of Wands, Leo energy. We have the Eight of Cups. And then we have the Seven of Cups. Okay. All right. What is the crossing energy for what Aries does not see coming? What does Aries not see coming? All right. Oh, the Tower. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. Justice. And the Nine of Wands. There's a determination, too. I feel that with that Nine of Wands. What you don't see coming, this Tower, the Justice. We have the King of Wands and the Tower. The King of Wands, I mean, it's a great energy. This is someone who has a vision, right? And I feel like that's you. I feel like this is you. And this is also you, Aries, the Tower. I feel like you have a vision because that's what the King of Wands is. He's a visionary. He's an idea person, but also implementing those ideas, not afraid to put themselves out there, and take center stage. I say that a lot with the King of Wands because that's the feeling I get with this energy of just going after it and doing it. And it's being crossed by the Tower, so I think if you haven't yet, when you do this, when you really put yourself out there, excuse me, hold on a second, need more coffee. When you put yourself out there and you take this kind of leadership role in what it is you're wanting to do, I think it's going to surprise you. It's going to change things. It's going to be really abrupt. Something is going to happen and break loose, is what I'm feeling when you do this. When you really take this initiative here. So it almost feels like you haven't yet. You haven't really put yourself out there like all the way, because this isn't about just doing something just a little bit. You know, the King of Wands steps out on that stage and gives it everything he's got. You know, all in type of energy. And I think once you do that, it's going to change your circumstances, your situation. That's what I'm feeling here. Now, some of you, this might be a move, because this house here very literally is crumbling. So something might be changing. You might be moving somewhere. I'm getting that for some of you. But this is going to be rather abrupt. No matter how much you prepare for things, it's never exactly how we expect, is it? Never is. Never is. So expect the unexpected here. Is what I'm feeling with those two energies. And wow, look at this. Okay. This is Justice card has been coming out a lot for a lot of people. We had that devil energy for a while, warning of toxicity and past people and bad habits and things, and now we have Justice. 8 of Cups. Walking away. Maybe you've had trouble in the past, Aries, of walking away from things that weren't serving you anymore. But excuse me again, that there is a period coming here of release, and you're going to be releasing things probably that you didn't expect to. Maybe it's part of that unexpected Tower moment where you just say, you just throw your hands up in the air and, you know, I've tried everything. There's nothing you can do about these cups, whether they are someone else's energy coming towards you, it's just not in alignment with you anymore, whatever it is. You're like, there's no time like the present. I have to move forward. And so we don't really know where this energy is headed, but it's definitely, it's not going to turn around. It's not going backwards. It's going forwards. Right? So I think this is a very powerful energy. It's a very like changeable energy. This is Pisces energy, and that's a mutable sign. So as you do this Justice card, this is going to, doing this, walking away from things that no longer serve you, is going to have a huge effect on your future. It's huge, massive, in ways you can't comprehend. You know, and maybe it's part of this energy here as well, that this is all kind of coming together, where you're removing yourself from unhealthy situations or emotions and going towards something you want, and then everything just kind of shifts and change. It's almost like an earthquake energy I'm feeling. This is the universal law of cause and effect. So everything that you do, the things that you're walking away from, that's going to affect your energy going forward and what comes next. You know, following your happiness, you know. And so this is just one of those reminders saying that there's always balance in the universe somehow, some way. And it reminds you, you know, that everything, the decisions we make, decisions we don't make, it will affect our future. That's what I feel like this is saying, you know, to live in your truth. And, you know, that's what I'm feeling there. But I do feel balance being restored here with that Justice card. Now, you're what maybe another thing what you don't see coming is all these options. You just walked away from tons of stuff. And yet here you are being presented with a plethora of more options. It's never ending. It's like a buffet, or a buffet if we were doing silent letter day. Wednesday. Anyway, that was such a funny skit, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so the 7 of Cups, that's just choices. You know, there is this element here of fantasy and dreams. I'm getting that too. So you might be dreaming of what you want in the future. This could be part of that King of Wands energy. You're seeing the potential, because all cups like the Ace of Cups, it's potential energy, right? It's about what you choose. And this is that reminder about being very thoughtful with what you choose going forward. You're leaving things behind, but don't pick up new cups that are the same thing, is the message that's coming through. Try to stay away from it. If you left a snake behind, don't go for another snake if you don't want snakes. It's funny how some people end up in these toxic relationships. I'm not saying you, with different people, but it's really the same person. It's not really the same person, but it's that same type of energy, same type of person. And they just keep finding them over and over and over. And that's due to not being healed. So I'm not seeing that here, but lots of options coming towards you. And the Nine of Wands, there's that determination to make something work. The Nine of Wands, this is one of my cards, Sagittarius. It's moon energy, it's cycles, and I think you're done with choosing things that aren't good for you. And I think you've got some healthy boundaries here. I feel that with this Nine of Wands, because he's a wounded warrior, so he's learned from his past mistakes, and he's more strategic going forward. And so I think you're going to be more strategic with your choices and a lot more protective of your own energy, but there is a sense here of trying doing whatever it takes to get to where you want to go. That's what the wounded warrior does. He never gives up, So that's what you don't see coming. A lot of options, and also walking away from things. Yeah. All right, let's keep going here. What is the key to Aries success? What is the key to Aries success? What is the key to Aries success? And I'm looking at that financial constraints card, and I think it might be a good time to save, to really watch what you're spending your money on instead of spending it on a lot of frivolous things, Could be that. All right, what is the key to Aries success? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's just a yes here. The Magician. Oh, there's that healing energy. It was coming through. I guess I was feeling it. Yeah, Three of Swords. And the World. Oh, that's nice. Capricorn. There's that determination. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, what is crossing this? The key to Aries success, which that makes sense. Of course, that would be the key, right? Oh, Page of Swords. Okay. Eight of Swords and the Four of Cups. Okay, I did kind of feel that energy too. Key to your success, staying curious, mastering the elements. Now, I'm going to say this will not help you master the elements. So the key to your success is going to be healing, honestly. It has to be, because the Magician understands all the potential out there and options. The Magician is in balance with all of the aces, right? The Ace of Pentacles, knowing their value, knowing what they can do, what they can create in the earthly realm. The Ace of Swords is clear thinking. The Ace of Cups is their emotions, being a master of that, and their, heart's desire. And then we have the Spirit, that is that connection to the divine and our spirit self, our higher self. So this is a master of all those things. And it comes from a place of being at peace and in alignment with all four energies. So this is saying here to seek out information about being in alignment if you're not. This is you looking into the law of attraction, which is that Justice card, cause and effect. Really being mindful about what's on your mind and what you are researching, what you're putting your effort and energy into. What what are you learning more about? Are you learning more about more about worry and, being unhappy? Where is your mind wandering to? This is telling you to keep it focused on what you want, because the pages are all about planning. And so I feel like there needs to be a real connection with, um, and kind of like a redirection anytime this stuff comes up, to back to what you're trying to do here. Almost like a clicker to bring you back to the present moment. So there's something here that needs to be healed. That's what the Three of Swords is. It's a card of healing. So you could be in the process of healing, and that will be the key to your success. This, it looks like to me, it just feels, has key written all over it. Because once you release the guilt, regret, shame, just make a whole list of all those not so good emotions, and each one of them is a sword. When you remove those, you release it. Forgive yourself. That's hard. Forgive others. You don't have to do it to their face, of course. They wouldn't know the value of it, probably. But you open up the flow of the universal energy through you. You're able to get to that magician energy. You're able to tap into those things that are naturally there for you. And this is saying, in order to do that, you've got to trust your intuition and not get caught up in that hamster wheel of thoughts, to not get emotionally tied up to those things. Observe your thoughts, but don't let them control you. That's the answer to the Eight of Swords. This is Gemini, which makes sense because Gemini is an air sign. Gemini is very mental. Not mental in a bad way, like, oh, you're mad crazy. But no, just very mental. They think a lot, and this could be a runaway train if allowed. But this is saying use your intuition as you heal. And it could be difficult. This could feel very, very hard. There might be a lot of swords that you have to reconcile here in this realm. In your mind, there's a lot of things. It looks like, start making a list, because that's what helps this energy of the Eight of Swords. So make a list of the things that you can fix and change, and let go of the rest. Things you have no control over. That's going to be the key to helping you with your energy. So we have the World, completion. This is Capricorn. So as you do this, as you release here, and you come into this state of pure manifestation that I'm seeing you do, it opens a new door, because this is the last card in the tarot. You start over again as the Fool, but wiser, but you've let go of the baggage, okay? You've let go of all this stuff. So I feel like with this, I'm focused on that cup right there that's coming in. There's what I feel here. I don't feel sadness from you. I'm not getting all the typical energy that I would typically get from the Four of Cups. When you do this healing process and you come into alignment with this magician energy, boom, a new door opens, a new opportunity arrives as soon as you do that. And it's kind of like a key in a way. It's like this is unlocking something, and then, maybe this is the doorway and the new opportunity you see on the other side, something like that. That's what I'm feeling here. So this feels like a big life-changing event, to be honest with you. It feels big. All right, so let's get a message from your future self now, Aries. What is message from your future self? Yeah. Oh, I like this. Six of Wands. I just heard that. What was it? What band was that? Give it to me, baby. I know. Something about being pretty fly for a white guy. I don't, where did that come from? I don't know. I, don't, I was excited. I haven't listened to that song in a long time. What was that band? I think I still have the CD. What was it? Anyway, so messages from Aries, future self. Oh, that one wants to be on top. What is it? Oh, Queen of Pentacles. Oh, nice. And the King of Swords. Wow. All right, I'm going to move this camera down just a smidge. There we go. All right. All right, what's crossing this energy? Messages from Aries' future self. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think you're going to be good. All right, messages from Aries' future self here. Here we go. Nope. You stay there. Don't you move. Oh, Death card, Scorpio energy, and the Hierophant. Look at that. Taurus and Taurus. Holy moly. Look at that. Wow. Wow. I mean, look at this. So if you have been feeling like you didn't have enough pentacles, okay, the message from your higher self, Aries, is that you're going to be good. You know, as long as you take care of this stuff here, all right, this says you're successful. We have the Six of Wands, Leo energy, it's Jupiter energy, it's luck. You know, it's success, it's promotions, it's accolades, it's recognition. You know, it's all the good things, right? And then that's being crossed by the Empress, like fertility, abundance. You know, this is you really, truly manifesting, growing your abundance. This is kind of like feet on the ground. You're doing it. You know, and I really love that. It's like if this is the air side of the magician, Mercury, right here. This is you in the earth, because this is the Empress. It's all the queens, but it's Taurus and it's earth energy. So this is you really making it happen here on earth. And very successful with it too. I mean, my goodness, there's something here that's your future self is saying, don't give up on this, because look, wow, you might even be able to afford a castle. You'll be able to have something much greater than what you thought you wanted. This is bigger. This is huge. You will experience a transformation in your status, in your pentacles, in your resources. This is the queen of resources. And so I feel like this part of the Empress is being highlighted here. You go from financial constraints to the Queen of Pentacles. Hello. That's a major transformation. Huge. This is like rags to riches, honestly. You know, and I really like that she's the way her hair is done. It looks like a little heart. You know, I think sometimes we tend to have a negative perception of money. I don't know why it's been told to people so long, that money is the root of all evil and stuff like that. No, 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 no. Love your resources. Have a good vibe and a good connection with money. Love it. Revere it, cherish it, love it. Love, love, love it. Put good, loving energy into that frequency. Otherwise, you're just pushing it away. You're making it toxic, you know. So we see, your future self is saying there is a major transformation here in your resources, you becoming just better at managing it, creating it, everything. And look at the wisdom here. Wow. Wow. You have reached some level of mastery here with the Hierophant, because this talks about those different stages of learning. You are very wise. Look at this King of Swords. Well traveled. You know, the King of Swords really can see the big picture. of everything. And you're going to look back and be like, okay, I get why everything happened. And you are blessed at this time too. This is a blessing. I feel like you're going to be sharing this knowledge with other people or family, or people are going to be looking up to you, for what you've done here with your life. That's what I'm feeling here. Tons of knowledge. Very, very wise energy right there. Very nice. Okay, let's see what our extra is. We have Dragonfly. You bring light to this world, Aries. Well, that's nice. Freedom. Oh, yeah, we like that. I realize my wounds create doubt, resentment, and guilt. So I work to free myself of the darkness. I cast off negative thoughts, find peace in my heart, and discover the being of light within me. Wow. And that freedom right there, that is the key to your success. This. Yeah, there you go. I don't know what else to say about that. It's so on point. Lion, harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. I love that. We have Leo in this. Correct cup, dissatisfaction with life. Ram, a stubborn and aggressive person. I don't know, is it you? uh, I mean, who is this? I wouldn't do anything with them, just stay away from that energy. And we have dragon, beware of self-delusion. I think the self-delusion really comes from being caught in that hamster wheel in your mind. So do be careful of that. And it could be that you might be the stubborn person. This might be a difficult journey to clear all this energy out, but you can do it. You can free yourself. All right, Aries, I hope this helped in some way. I realize this is not going to resonate with everyone, so do check the playlist for your sun, moon, and rising sign. There are additional messages in there for you. Remember, time and energy is fluid, not linear. So these messages are essentially timeless. So, all right, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.